You ever see one of those moments when the quietest person in the room just flips the whole story on its head? That day at Master Kim's Academy, nobody saw it coming. Least of all Tyler Griffin, the black belt instructor who thought he ran the place with his sharp tongue and sharper prejudice. It's funny, you know, sometimes the people you judge the most are the ones who could shake your whole world. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. So there I was, same as any other Thursday, pushing open the heavy glass doors with my old sneakers squeaking against the polished floor, the air inside thick with sweat, ambition, and that weird blend of herbal oil that clings to every martial arts studio. You'd think after months picking up my daughter Maya, I'd be used to the place, but it always hit me with a strange mix of comfort and nerves. It was her world, after all, and these days I just lived in it. Maya's 16, all heart, all muscle, all fire. She looked so serious out on those blue mats, working combos with the other teens, her ponytail swinging, that fierce light in her eyes. I was just another parent on the sidelines, gray t-shirt, old sweatpants, blending right in with the wallpaper. But as always, I couldn't take my eyes off her, the way she'd grown into herself, strong, confident. Martial arts had given her that, but it came with a price. You know what I mean? You see, Master Kim's wasn't the fairy tale kind of dojo. Sure, the kids earned their belts, learned discipline and respect, but there was always this undercurrent. Tyler Griffin, the instructor, tall, built, always in a spotless white GI with that black belt gleaming. He had this look, this way of barking out orders, especially at the kids of color. "Kick higher, Jackson. Am I running a daycare here?" That's what he'd yell, and some folks would laugh, but all I saw was the way Jackson, this sweet, eager black kid, would shrink, his eyes darting away, his enthusiasm leaking out like air from a balloon. That I'd seen it, felt it, heard the whispers from other parents. White ones saying, "Coach Griffin's tough, but the kids get results," and parents like Marissa, Jackson's mom, just watching, her jaw clenched, too tired or too scared to say anything out loud. Maya never complained, but she didn't have to. I saw how Tyler treated her, the subtle digs, the way he'd praise the white kids for the bare minimum and pick apart every little thing my daughter did. That night, though, was different. After class, as Maya tugged on my sleeve to go home, I caught Tyler's gaze, cold, smug, like he wanted me to know I didn't belong. But I smiled, played it cool. I wasn't about to let him take away my peace, or Maya's. At least, not yet. Fast forward a week, and I'm back at the dojo, but this time I show up early, slip into a quiet corner, and just watch. Tyler's putting the advanced group through their paces. There's Jackson, getting chewed out for the third time in 10 minutes, while Evan, a white kid, fumbles the same kick and gets a gentle pat on the shoulder. "It's okay, Evan. Take your time." Yeah, that happened. The unfairness wasn't even subtle anymore. That's when the twist hit. Tyler decided to put on a little demonstration for the parents, to show us what separates a pro from an amateur. And wouldn't you know it, he picks me. Miss Johnson, Maya's mom. I bet she's never thrown a punch in her life. A couple snickers ripple through the room, but I see the look in Maya's eyes, panic, embarrassment, the desperate hope I'll say no. That I wanted to walk away, honestly. I'd spent so long hiding my own past, keeping my head down, raising Maya to believe kindness was the best defense. But Tyler's words felt like a slap. And in that moment, something old and fierce woke up inside me. So I stepped forward. "All right, Mr. Griffin, if you want to prove something, let's do it. But if you lose, you owe every student and parent here an apology for all your disrespectful behavior." The dojo froze. Even Tyler blinked, caught off guard. "You're serious?" he sneered, trying to save face. I just nodded. And right then, Maya's grip tightened on my hand, trembling, her whole world about to flip upside down. That night, after I tucked Maya in, I sat alone, staring at the moonlight on our little living room rug, thinking about all the years I'd tried to bury my own story. The truth is, I hadn't always been just Maya's mom. Back in another life, they called me Silent Storm, Rebecca Williams, three-time MMA world champ. Cold, calculating, undefeated, until the night my baby brother Marcus died in a car accident, hours before my biggest fight. After that, I walked away, changed my name, ran from the ring, and tried to become invisible. But the pain, the guilt, it never really let go. Now, with Tyler forcing my hand, I realized I couldn't keep hiding. Not if I wanted Maya, or any of these kids, to know what real courage looked like. So I dug out my old championship belt, ran my fingers over the scars, and promised Marcus I'd stand tall for both of us. The day of the match, Master Kim's was packed. Parents pressed shoulder to shoulder, kids wide-eyed. Tyler strutting in the center of the mat like he owned the world. "You ready, Miss Johnson?" he sneered. I just nodded, tying back my curls, heart pounding but my face calm as stone. The match started with Tyler putting on a show. High kicks, fast punches, all flourish, nothing real. The crowd half laughed, half cringed, sure they were about to watch me get humiliated. But I just sidestepped, slipped away from every strike, barely moving, just enough to stay out of reach. Tyler started getting annoyed. His blows got sharper, harder, more reckless. "Aren't you going to fight back?" he spat, sweat glistening on his brow. I shrugged. "I thought you were showing us what a real professional looks like. I'm just waiting to see it." That stung. You could see it in his eyes, the way his confidence cracked, how his anger made him sloppy. The more he tried to prove himself, the more obvious it became that he was off balance, desperate, losing control. That's when the real twist hit. Marissa started clapping softly from the back, Jackson's mom, the one who always kept quiet. Then a couple of the kids joined in. The parents who'd once cheered for Tyler fell silent, seeing the truth for the first time. Tyler lost it. "You all like seeing me embarrassed, huh?" He barked at the crowd, his voice trembling with rage. He lunged at me. One last spinning kick, his signature move. I stepped aside, gentle as a breeze, touched his leg, and sent him sprawling face first onto the mat. The room exploded in stunned silence, then a roar of applause. Tyler looked up, dazed, humiliated, for the first time realizing he wasn't the hero of his own story. I knelt beside him, quiet but firm. "Strength isn't about arrogance or power, Tyler. It's about humility, respect, and self-control. You forgot the most important lesson." And for a moment, something cracked inside him. He tried to defend himself, stammering, but it was clear to everyone. The Emperor had no clothes. That's when Maya ran to me, hugging me so tight I thought my ribs might crack. Through her tears, she blurted out, "You're the silent storm." The secret was out. Phones whipped out, people Googled. Whispers turned to awe as they realized who I'd been, and who I still was. And you know what? The real victory wasn't Tyler apologizing in front of everyone, though he did, voice thick with shame, promising to do better, swearing he'd learned his lesson. The real victory was seeing the kids, especially the ones who'd felt small or invisible, stand a little taller, eyes shining with hope. Tyler changed. The whole academy changed. People talked, asked questions, opened up about the things they'd kept hidden. Parents had real conversations with their kids about respect and fairness. The dojo became a place where everyone could belong, no matter where they came from. Looking back, I realized every fight I'd ever had, in the ring or out of it, mattered less than what I did with the lesson it taught me. Strength isn't just what you show on the mat. It's what you carry in your heart, how you treat others, even when it's hard. That's what I tell Maya now. Every time we leave the dojo under that sunset glow, never let anyone else decide your worth, and never use your own strength to put someone down. You ever have a moment when your own assumptions got turned upside down? Where you saw someone differently, or maybe saw yourself differently, when the truth finally came out? Share your story in the comments. And if this one moved you, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and pass it along. You never know whose life you might change just by sharing a story that matters.